I like sandwiches. What do you like? I like sandwiches. Bam, 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 bam. Weird song in my head. And happy munchy noises. I like sandwiches. What's up, party people? How we doing? The textures, it's like a parade in my mouth. I'm gay for this sandwich. And the pig they used to make this bacon probably ate a lot of hay. Gay jokes are funny. Don't be a fagel with cream cheese. Mozzarella cheese, pickles, bacon, lettuce, tomato, toasted croissant with mustard. It mixes in your mouth so good. And it falls apart at the end because it's not really a satisfying meal. It's not a little messy, right? Gotta keep the paper here as a bib for my lap because of that. See that? One person here. How we doing? You tell me. You tell me now. Or don't. Nope. They left. Oh. So good. So good. Tonight, we're going to talk about time. You did an extra long pause. That's the pun. Yes, I did. Maxie, what you doing, girl or boy, whoever? Let me guess, you're a 12-year-old and you're up past your bedtime. I don't know. If you're in the UK, it's past your bedtime for sure. Somehow I got 9 people here and 2 thumbs up all of a sudden, randomly. No pressure to be hilarious or anything. I wanted to do comedy tonight. I really did. I really wanted to do comedy tonight, but there's no way I would have made it in time. Joe Rodriguez says, my collar is blue, but my neck is red. Working like a dog to get my family fed. True, but was that also like a Morgan Wallen song? What was that? Murdoch, what's up, buddy? I've always loved the name Murdoch because Murdoch was the insane guy on the A-Team and he was the enemy of MacGyver. And so in 2 genres of television series as a kid, Murdoch was always a cool name. So you grow up and realize he's a billionaire that wanted to buy the entire stock market. Like, I'm thinking about buying a business. Which one? All of them. That's a Jimmy Dore joke. It's not even my joke. I am in the UK and it's definitely late. Yeah, it's like 12:30 right there, isn't it? Only girls can wear a t-shirt and pajama pants to the QT and still look hot as hell. Right? I'm the Murdoch from the Gorillas. Oh, there you go. Nice. I see it. Is that really you, Murdoch? Are you really Murdoch from the Gorillas, or is that your persona? Just like I'm not Bane, but my name is Bane Bear. Like, do you feel hilarious? Like, that's a lovely dad pun. How we doing tonight? Somehow we got 8 people here, 3 thumbs up. I'm really glad y'all are here. It's good to have an audience to talk to. But it's funny how the thing I wanted to talk about, Joe Time, dude, I actually like made this stream to talk about time. I ain't getting on no plane, Hannibal. Yeah. Time is a fickle mistress. It's the one thing every day all humans have equally, unless it's the day you're meant to die. We're all given 24 hours. No one gets the 25th hour, the 3rd arm, the 8th day. Nobody. But it's what you do with that time. That's why it's like you could work for 6 days of the week and that one day off flies by. And you're like, man, all I had time to do was I slept in a little bit and then I did laundry and cleaned my house. And then bam, I had to go to bed and went to work the next day, which sucks. Amy Martinez said hi. What's up, Amy? How are you? No, but I'm trying to act like him because I'm going to be an actor when I turn 18. What are y'all ages? Do I have like a bunch of kids in here? Which is fine. I mean, if you're okay like with it. Like, I literally, not even joking when I say this, my audience ranges between the ages of 9 and 90. Not even joking. One kid came in the other day, he's like, I just turned 10. I'm like, what are you doing in here? I'm 14, mate. That's doable. My kids are 17 and 20. So, and my son was with me when I started my comedy career at 14. People would give me weird looks bringing him into comedy clubs, and he'd come to watch me juggle and crack jokes and make people laugh. Well, hold on to that dream, man. You want to be an actor, you can chase that dream. But, I mean, if God has something bigger for you or better or different, you might want to take that too, because sometimes it comes at a cost. Have you ever noticed any of these really famous actors? Bill Cosby, what's his name? Freaking the guy who plays Kramer. Dr. Kramer. What's his name? Kelsey something. Kelsey Gabbard. Wait, what is it? You guys remember the show Frasier? What was his name? Kelsey Grammer. That's what it is. He had a dad that was murdered, a sister that was raped to death, and like 2 twin brothers that were champion swimmers that drowned. I mean, Bill Cosby wrote a book about fatherhood, but 2 of his kids are dead. One of them got Huxtabled, which is a real thing. And then another daughter died in her 40s of emphysema. Okay, yeah, it's a Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Go follow my boy Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. And Michelle Mason is in the house. It says on mine, Amy Martinez and Michelle Mason both got the #1 crown. I don't know how those crown things work. But I'm super glad y'all are here, and I can never trust that counter because it says 3 people here and 5 thumbs up, and sometimes it gets pixelated and slow. I don't know. It's just I've never made the claim that I wanted to be famous or that I wanted a big following, but it is nice. It is easier to interact when there are other people here, because if you're just sitting here by yourself, you'll be like, so I was having some thoughts on quantum physics. And you just sound retarded. Mate, I sub. Thank you, Murdoch. I appreciate the support. You know what, Murdoch? You seem trustworthy. I like you. I like your style. Add as a moderator. Add. All right. Murdoch is now a standard moderator for your channel. So now when you type, you've got a blue wrench, mate. Goes nice with those green hearts. Looks lovely on you. No, thank you, bud. I don't just want like any old Joe Schmo in here. I want good people in here, especially if they're good people that can behave themselves and prove that they're trustworthy. Masked Killa, hi. What's up, Masked Killa? You got #3 and #1. How did Masked Killa get #3 crown and #1? That's weird, but I'll take it. Y'all should follow my boy Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in here too. He makes a lot of sports clips. Oh, now it's creepy. Now it says I have 6 people here and 6 thumbs up. And the time is 7:36. Oh! One of those things, right? Go Pats. Be right there. God loves you, bro. I love you too. Yeah, God loves you too, bro. Nevitz Gaming have been subbed through, though hell, I had to check to be sure. Appreciate your consistent honesty, sir. Thank you, Nevitz Gaming. Appreciate you. Bet. Yeah, it's just oh, bet, yeah, okay, not BRT, bet, yeah, I see what you meant. Anyways, time is a fickle thing where it's like it's the most valuable resource on earth. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can't replenish it. You can't slow it down. You can't pause it. You can't fast forward it. You can't rewind it. It's a consistent. Like right now, I'm literally not even joking when I say this. I'm 40 minutes plus from my house. But I just had a sandwich here at QT and thought, I'll just stop and do a live stream for the fun of it. I'm already off work. They know I'm driving the van home anyways, and my home is 7 miles from the shop, so it's not that bad. Mate, what do you think the police would do if I threw 2D in the ocean? You're gonna have to explain what 2D is. Like 2D batteries? 2 detectives? I mean, what do you mean 2D in the ocean? 2D. I must be missing something. Something lost in translation there, bruv. No, I'm not. No, this is a plumbing van. This is a plumbing van. It just happens to have a cage on it. That's my passenger seat. This is a plumbing van. And here's my shotgun. The guy that's saying 2D, there's an artist called 2D? I don't know. Beverly Hides, what's up? Says, oh. Funny how time is the subject of everything, the factor of how we make decisions, yet it's simply perspective. Very true. I have diarrhea, says Brian. I'm sure you typed that just so I'd say it out loud. Funny. I like your style. I'm a service plumber. You're not going to scare me with poop jokes. Taylor Made, New Zealand. Hey, bro. No, he's from the Gorillas, mate. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, throw him in the ocean. I'd love to see that. If you go to jail, it's worth it. I'm sure his fans will bail you out just based on the hilarity of it. By the way, hello. Hello to you too, Beverly Hides. Mass Killer. Was that a real gun? I didn't see. No. I went with my mouth. I have no... My weapon in here is I have a 1-inch Milwaukee razor blade knife. It's razor sharp with a new razor. That's the biggest weapon. And that's lethal enough for me to not need it. But if I do, I'll slit your throat. Because 1 inch is deep enough. Chicken. Get both arteries and you'll be hitting the floor before you know what happens. But at the same time, the reason I don't carry a gun is because if something were to go down, learn to improvise. I will throw a chair in a heartbeat. I will break the bar off of a outdoor deck and beat you to death with it. Like, I will do whatever's necessary. I got 7 people here and 10 thumbs up. This is great. What's your favorite animal? Obviously, bears. No, I'm kidding. If you had to be like, in general, dogs. Love dogs. That's one thing I love about my job is being a service plumber. I get to see a lot of the insides of a lot of different people's houses. And that goes from fancy palaces of rich people to hoarder houses that I don't even want to have my shoes touch. And everything in between. Mostly moderate, clean people, middle class. And whenever they have a dog that's barking, and be like, well, let me pet the dog before I start working, and he won't bark. And if you pet the dog first, the dog's like, okay, he's cool, I'm not gonna bark while he works. But if you don't, and then you're like changing the garbage disposal, that dog's like, rah, 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 and you're like, can I just pet the dog? But I do love petting. I actually have videos, compilations of the customers' dogs I've gotten to meet. Any dog, I love dogs. Aaron Burhey, what's up? Is the pearl of mooses or meese? It's moosin, like oxen, moosin, obviously. Okay, I'll draw a dog. I used to have a black lab. Well, he wasn't fully a black lab. He was half black lab and half meth lab. G-Bro in the house. Well. Bane is back. I heard a cool engine somewhere. Yeah, I'm at a gas station. You're going to hear him. Yeah, look who's back again. Yeah, I'm back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Man. Well, I've created a monster because nobody wants to see a plumber no more. They want Bane. I'm chopped liver. Oh, so you were making the song reference to Eminem. Good, I got it. Bam! We're like so in sync with this hilariousness. It's great. What is your favorite video game? I don't play video games, sir. I am a grown man. I work 70, 80 hours a week. I don't dislike them. Like my son, if he comes over here, sometimes he'll bring his Xbox. I'll talk trash. We'll play a little bit of Call of Duty together, or a little bit of like Halo 3 or Mortal Kombat or Smash Bros. Or yeah, we'll jump into something. But I literally, not even gonna lie when I say this, my son is the only one I really play video games with, and it's usually on his system. I probably play less than 3 hours of video games a year. A year. And that's mostly going to be like, Thanksgiving break or Christmas or birthday or something like that. So it's like, I love your freedom hat. Well, it's actually, I had a friend that makes hats, and it's a fitted hat that's elastic. So, man, it's wrong, and they're good quality and washable. And I just washed it. And Eagles was the name of my kid's middle school mascot. So I'm not actually a football fan. It looks like Eagles, like I'm a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, but I'm not. I'm just a fan of really comfortable, cheap hats. This hat was $10. Where are you going to find a fitted hat that's elastic, stretchable, washable, always stays black, has never faded in the last year, and fits like a glove? Like for $10. America. At first I thought you were in a police car. Oh yeah, I've gotten that many times. America. America! Heck yeah! I hate, don't you ever mention that movie. Love you too, Betty. You should have your friend to make one that says Bane Bear. I'd buy it. I need to. Well, you spelled my name wrong, but yeah, I get what you mean. That was some guy driving by and yelling as he was getting out of his car with, of course, a ponytail and short shorts. It's a teenager, most likely. It was this guy. That's the guy that yelled. Mr. I'm with shorts and ponytail. And, yeah. He yelled something to somebody. What's your favorite music? I like pretty much all music. I'm not a fan of opera or country. I like rap. I like roll. I like rap. I like rock and roll. I like R&B and soul. I like trip hop. I like salsa. I like mariachi. I like classical guitar. I love classic piano. I love classical music. I love techno. I love dubstep. I especially love the heavy metal sounds of Muse, because they are more than just hard rock. Like, they're not metal, but they're not hard rock. They're like right there in between. It's like the love child of Weezer and the Cranberries. And I saw them in person, and I have a signed poster from Muse back in 2000. Yeah. Eagles in from Philly. Vet junkie. I don't know what that means. I don't care about football. The Eagles hat is just a hat with an eagle on it. I got for Sean Parker. Message retracted. Are you named Sean Parker after the Napster guy? Love your beard. You look like a wise plumber. Thank you, Tony11. Is that totally Jungle Boy, the wrestler? That's funny. What's your favorite music? Muse would be my favorite band if I had to go. Eagles from Philly, nice. Rock and roll. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. This Ronnie McNutt cousin? Exactly, yeah. What is your favorite NFL team? I don't like team sports for the most part. Ludwig von Beethoven. Sean Parker, you did name yourself after the Napster Sean Parker. Okay. Beverly Hides, why can't England play chess? Why, Beverly? Why can't England play chess? That sounded like a V8. It probably was. I think it was a Dodge Charger or Challenger. Pure American engine sound. That muscle. Because they lost their queen. Can we... Really? Was that the right answer? Because they lost their queen? Because I feel like a pawn. Like you rooked me on that one. Just like I got molested by your bishop. Good night. Right after the no Kings weekend. What would you say to small content creators who are working very hard on videos? BC, because England doesn't have a queen. It was okay, yeah. DN in the house. What's up, bro? Oh no. I'll tell you this. Just like in life, whether it be talking to your kids or whether you're trying to date a girl, or you want to be considered hardworking and loyal at your job, consistency is the key. Always be true to yourself. And just know that when they want to monetize you, a lot of people don't read the fine print. You got to read the fine print. I read the fine print. It's 7 cents per 1,000 views, which is not why I never chose to get monetized. Also, they can choose to put, and yes, when you get monetized, you can add things like super chats. But I don't want to do that because all of my content has always been free. 12 people here, 16 thumbs up. So glad y'all are here. But here's the point, is that YouTube will pay you 7 cents per 1,000 views. So right now I'm at like 1.5 million views, right? That would be $105. And then they take their 30%, right? So now you're down to $75. Well, then the government's going to get 25 bucks of that. So now I'm down to 50 bucks and I had to fill out a tax form for 50 bucks. Also, you can't choose the ads they put in front of your stuff. They could put an ad for ED or for hearing aids or for life insurance or a politician you don't agree with, or, you know, why we should save the rainforest. Like, I mean, you don't know what they're putting up there. So I chose to be free. And yeah, I get shadow banned. And yeah, I say words that are controversial. And yeah, there are going to be plenty of people out there that will never, ever discover that I have thousands of shorts. I have tons of videos. I have lots of lives. I have plenty of content, some of which is very entertaining. Some of it, not so much. But if you're a small content creator, don't sell out. Don't be like, you know what, I'm only going to make Minecraft content because I know that'll get a lot of views. Well, I mean, if you're into Minecraft a little bit, yeah, that might help you, but you're going to feel like a fraud in less than a year. If you are obsessed with Minecraft, I still wouldn't say go that route. Go the route that shows a persona of you. Bane Bear is a persona of me. You can see nature videos, videos of the dogs and cats I pet, weird things I see while I'm in traffic, even beautiful flowers I see at people's houses. You'll see plumbing snafus. You'll see stand-up comedy. You'll see weird things in traffic. You'll see like a variety of stuff, but I'm consistent with it. So consistency in 5 years. I've been here 5.5 years. Yeah, my channel is almost exactly 5.5 years. I started April 13th, 2020, and we just passed October 13th. So yeah. Okay, it'd be September, April, March. Yeah. Yeah, April 13th, 2020 to October 13th, 2025. That's 5.5 years. But in 5.5 years, I've got 1,887 subs, a lot of which love me originally for just being me, not because I downloaded some video off Telegram or Discord and then added my own 2 cents to it. Although I still do sometimes take other videos from YouTube and do like a cut, you know, because it's funny sometimes. Try those annoying Roblox brain rots with that annoying song. I hate Roblox. Gotta go, peace. Thanks for being here, Mass Killer. Your beard grew out fast. Dude, okay, so I shaved it July 19th, right? So July to August to September to October. And today's the 20th, so this is 3 months. This is 3 months going from 1/4 inch like that to like that. By Christmas, I'll have the full beard back. Hopefully. But yeah, it's got the mustache. I had to shave the mustache the other day. Actually makes me look more Amish because it's so short. Like when I shaved it originally, I used the razor with no guard, and so this mustache was super thin. This was thick. I look like I just came off an Amish farm. I subbed. Thank you, Beverly Hides. Santa Claus. Oh, dude, to make some extra money, I'll dye it white. Yeah, be skinny Santa, like bad Santa, like Billy Bob Thornton. Here's a Who. That's a actor and movie title combo joke that was funny in my head, but made no sense out loud. Need a lighter for that cig? No, I have one. I was just taking my sweet time. And see, even my moderators will thank you for subbing. See, G-Bro said, thank you, Beverly Hides. Welcome in. Nobody, 06. I also had that awkward facial hair for a bit. Luckily, it grows fast. No, it wasn't awkward. Just I had a beard down to here, and then parts of it got caught in a sewer machine and ripped out, and I shaved all this down to like this. And so this is 3 months of it just growing back. My face was cold for 3 days. Can I share my dark secret? Wet noodles? I literally don't know if I want you to now. Because, yeah, go ahead. Why not? Make it funny at least. Well, mine was weird, LOL. Remember like 1 month ago we talked about religion and stuff? Tony 11, I'm sure. Now it's all right. Yeah, what about it? Your deep dog secret? Don't tell me you murdered a priest. Are you just reading comments right now? No, I'm using it to add to the stuff we're talking about, but wet noodles. But time was what I was talking about. Time runs a lot different for you if you are like my 17-year-old son, who's almost 30 years younger than me. But at 47, time moves a lot different for me. Time is very important after 9:30 p.m. because I have a limited amount of time to get showered and get in bed, and I have to have 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I can't do like I was younger and just go out drinking all night and then maybe have 3-4 hours of sleep and then wake up and be like, all right, let's go work a dangerous job. Which I used to do. So stupid. Will I post in November? Yeah, I post every week, almost every day. Not every day, but I do post shorts or videos or live at least once a week of each. I try to anyways. Dude, I look so much younger than you. Far red, it sucks. Far red, it sucks. What is that? I'm missing the joke there. And how fast AI evolves is kind of crazy. That was my next topic, Tony 11. Yeah, AI. Bro, you're goofy. Yeah, that's the idea. Thank you, Jose. No way, Jose Chavez. The AI thing is both, I think it's based on a satanic contract. And here's what I mean by that, okay? The porn industry would not have blown up the way that it did in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s before the digital age if people weren't consuming it. If people had shunned it and were like, no, that objectifies women, those women feel guilty and kill themselves and they have abortions and do all kinds of stuff, it would have fizzled out and died. But it's got to be a contract. They offer it, but you don't have to take it. Just like you ever get mad and you're offered the ticket in your head of, I'm going to stab that person in the neck with a pencil and poke more breathing holes in their throat until blood is squirting everywhere, and then I'll feel better. And then you realize, no, I'd have to see my kids through plate glass and I go to jail for murder, and a bunch of guys in there are bigger than me, and I'm quote unquote good looking in prison. So, yeah. So, but here's the thing is that with AI, I've seen it where the dog food AI thing can't open the can of dog food, move over a foot, and dump it into the bowl without spilling it half in the bowl, half out of the bowl. I see Pringles robotics cleaning machines inside QT that stop every 2 seconds with 12 cameras on them because they're scared of hitting a human. I even saw one of them pull up to a rack of chips and just stare at it and say, welcome to QT. I'm cleaning the floor. Thank you. And they look like a little can of, they look like a full-size version of one of those little mini cans of Pringles sour cream and onion chips, and it's Pringle robotics, and they're green and gray. It's the AI thing, I think, is the same contract as heroin, cocaine, crack, gambling addiction, sex addicts, or that you have to choose it. You have to choose, hey, I want to taste a little bit of this, and then it hooks you, and then you're stuck on it. Like I know people that have to write lengthy documents, and they're using ChatGPT and bragging about how much easier their life got. I was like, no, that's making you lazy. Like if you got arrested right now, think about it. If you got arrested right now, do you have at least 10 phone numbers memorized? What do you have? 1, maybe 2, and those are 2 people that you know you don't want to call if you go to jail, right? We used to have all the phone numbers in our heads in the 80s. My mom is so slow she used 9 months to come up with a joke. That's funny. Wet noodles. AI is God work? I don't think so. For real, and the 70% are minors. AI can be used in 2 ways. Most of it is just bad stuff. Well, it's a tool, okay? And I choose not to use it at all because, like, I don't have Facebook, I don't have Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitch, Reddit, Gab, Discord, Telegram, DLive, WhatsApp. I don't have any of those. I have this and one dating app, which is Yubo, and I use that I have like 402 female friends on there, which is great. It's pretty great. But I have not met a single one of them in real life to date them yet. But hold on, we'll get back to the point in a minute. There you go. Yeah, 402 is wild. Yeah. Here's the thing is that, think about this. You get a handgun, you can use it for good to protect your family, keep it safe and clean and, regularly checked out and make sure it functions properly to defend your house. Or you can use it for destruction and blow your brains out. It's based on a choice. It's just a tool. It's just like money. People are like, oh, money's the root of all evil. No, read the Bible. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. Because when you're in love with money, you forget about human relationships and you'll do anything to get it, including anything that's pragmatically evil. You just will. Money, it even says in the Bible, if you do good with a little, you'll do good with a lot. If you do bad with a little, you'll do bad with a lot. So that's why if you ever see a heroin junkie that finds a briefcase with $3 million cash in it, you're going to find him dead of an overdose in under 24 hours. Because he's just going to buy a brick of black tar heroin, and he's going to go up, him and 4 friends are all just going to go out together. That's what's going to happen. Say you meet an honest man, finds a briefcase in a field, all right? Instead of turning in the police, he decides to give it to a bunch of charity. Maybe he keeps a little bit for himself to buy his wife a nice dinner or something. Why? Because he's a good man. So you have a little, you do good with a little, you do good with a lot. You do bad with a little, you'll do bad with a lot. That's biblical. Spelling has gotten very bad now. Yeah, because everyone's so lazy. They're all using the Chat GPT crap. Hey, Bane, you should try Path of Titans. It's nice if you like dinos. I don't really believe in dinosaurs. I think that was also another psyop. Oh, because we have 12 T-Rex skeletons, but all the rest turn to oil, fossil fuels. Don't get me started on that. But the point is that time is always against us. You can't pause it. You can't stop it. You can't fast forward it, rewind it, slow it down, speed it up, skip it. You just can't. But on the flip side of that, you also can't rely on AI to be like, oh, this is going to make my life so much easier. I'm going to get to sleep an extra hour every night. I'm going to get to play Xbox for an extra hour. You know, my dino theory, I don't think they're real. The Smithsonian made them up. The Smithsonian has 19 different buildings in Washington, D.C. alone that all have underground tunnels. And all of the dinosaur bones you see are either painted because they say they don't want they're radioactive, or they're behind glass or hanging from wires, right? But you can never touch them. You can crush up chicken bones and make a cast and build the same dinosaur. Look exactly the same. But we found 12 T-Rex skeletons that are allegedly millions of years old, but all the other dinosaurs became oil. Okay. I once had a buddy that dug up a bone in his backyard, swore it was a dinosaur bone, and called people. You know what it was? It was the rib of a whale. I'm 4 hours inland. That only proves that the flood in the Bible happened. It does not prove that the whale was a dinosaur. It's just a rib off of a whale, a big whale. Watch out, dude. They might be on you. Who? I still don't believe that the Earth existed 600 million years ago. I mean, I still do, but I just think it's crazy. I don't, because there's not enough carbon on the Earth. There's not enough energy and carbon on the Earth to last 1 million years, let alone 600 million years. I believe in the young Earth theory. You can't fathom how much 12 to 20,000 years is. Like, for real. I literally think we've been here, because Chinese written history, you can only go back like 9,000 years, I think. And the yin yang is one of the oldest symbols, which is a representation of the sun and the moon going around a stationary earth. And in the Bible, there's 200 references that says that the earth is flat. So yeah, I don't believe, and they brainwashed us as kids. They put a globe on every classroom throughout the world when we were kids, but you never picked it up and saw on the bottom it says, this is a model, it's a toy, it's not accurate. And then what do they show us at the beginning of every movie? The spinning globe thing with Universal. Paramount and Universal are basically now one. But Paramount started doing that with the spinning globe thing in 1927. But NASA didn't come out until 1957. Also, the Antarctic Peace Treaty came out in 1957. Also, we taught flat Earth in school all the way up till 1917, right up to the beginning of World War One. And then Ghislaine Maxwell, her father, was it McBride, McNall, it's whatever. He controlled all the school books after that. Ghislaine Maxwell's father. So after the war, they started teaching globe Earth and all that crap. And you can believe what you want, the facts remain the same. Like when people are like, oh, you're an idiot. Don't you know we landed a rover on Mars? And I'll be like, okay, have you ever looked at Mars for yourself? And they'll be like, no. I'll be like, okay, well, I've got 20 hours. 20 hours logged with telescope time of looking at Mars. It's a red, pinkish light, and it pulsates like it's alive. And planet comes from the Greek word planetos, which means wandering star. We see into the past every day when we see the sun. Just use the same theory. There's time travel machines. I don't think time travel will ever be possible for numerous reasons. One, it would create a paradox complex, which means the Earth would suck itself into non-existence. It also brings up the fact of what if there is a flashpoint paradox to where you can go to other dimensions, where there's another you on another planet that you're a criminal or you're a banker or you're from Thailand or Mexico or India or you're Canadian and you'll hunt bears, don't you know? You just don't know, right? But at the same time, I truly don't believe that time travel is possible because I think God meant for some of our worst mistakes to be our greatest life lessons. Like, would you learn? Okay, think about the movie with Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey. The Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. Would you really be you if you didn't have those memories to kind of guide you and judge you based on your past experiences? Canadians don't always hunt bears. Yeah, I know. Daniel Velasquez. Why would every other planet be round but not ours? You couldn't tell the difference between a flat circle, a semicircle, or a full circle ball from the ground. It's like looking at the ceiling and determining what color the hardwood floors are. It's like seeing a bird and be like, we must be on one of those. No, round and flat we are, but even in the Bible it says, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. Oh, that's right. Then there's Psalms 93:1. The earth is firmly established; it shall not be moved. It was placed on pillars, has a keystone, has foundations, has bases. Where were you when I drew a line on it? He says to Job, meaning the horizon. We're not moving, dude. If you ask a child who's homeschooled and be like, do you feel like the whole earth is moving? No, it's not moving. Like a plate is round. Yeah, GG Lynn coming in with the truth. This dude is like a wise Wikipedia. Respect, dude. Thanks, Tony. And here's the thing. The spherical earth is by no means a new concept. Yeah, but actually it is, believe it or not. So wait. So we knew that the earth was a ball back when Aristophanes, back in 300 BC, and then the Vikings and the Welsh through 300 to 900 AD. But then in 1492, Columbus had to sail the ocean blue to prove that the earth wasn't flat. Come on, the bullshit, man. Take the whole ship thing. You put a ship on the horizon and you see it go over the horizon, give it 5 minutes, set up a telescope or a camera, a Nikon P1000 with the right lens, you can zoom in and bring it back. If it were a ball, that wouldn't be possible. Water always finds its level based on the container it's in. Beverly Heights, I have some amazing beachfront property in Arkansas to sell you. It's owned by Santa. And if you just give me some cookies and milk, I'm sure he'll let it go. There's a hammock already set up between two palm trees. Astronauts. You mean astronauts who work for NASA who get $65 million a day from us, taxpayers? Yeah, I'm sure they're not paid in any way, shape, or form to deceive. So somehow we've had bloodbaths of wars for 100 years, but Antarctica and space is the one thing all countries agree on. Isn't that weird? Oh, like hypersleep. Nobody 06. Like hypersleep, that's possible maybe. Wisconsin gun guy. Jesus Christ is king. Never denied that. Thanks for staying on topic. Like I said, so yeah, Jesus and God are outside of time, so they can look at time as the whole spectrum. Whereas you and I are humans. Like there's one way here, it's birth. There's one way off, there's death, and the only thing that's eternal. Can you hear me right now? Can you hear me right now? Because I just got a phone call. I hate it when I get a phone call in the middle of the show. We got 14 people here and 19 thumbs up. This is stellar. Interstellar. Inner what? Imagine the poor slaves that built the pyramids killing themselves working, seeing that people blame the aliens. They're limestone polymers. Those stones weren't carried by slaves. They were poured in place. It's basically provable if you've ever done concrete work. You could make limestone polymers with crushed up, powdered limestone and water. And you can make those stones in place. Even with forms and everything. You wouldn't have to be, oh, I got to haul this 3,000 pound stone to the top of the pyramid. No, you don't. Camp Crystal Lake 79. We get live in a real life novel in UK now. We get live in a real life UK novel in UK now, 1984. Oh yeah, George Orwell, 1984. The Bad Speak. Or people, yeah. Or Thought Police. Even Dostoevsky said it. Is it Dostoevsky? Dostoevsky? I think he said, the words of the intelligent will be silenced to appease the feelings of the dumb masses. And that's what's happening now. Like, what is a woman? Freaking really? We've been live 42 minutes. This has been fun, y'all. Hi, I've been listening. Camp Crystal Lake 79. Good to have you here. Beverly Hides. Speaking of slaves, couldn't they just overpower the king because there was there's like 1,000 of slaves? Yeah, but I mean, they're also malnourished and probably exhausted from work. Pouring that much material at 40 degrees Celsius is easy work. Very true, but you got to remember, they moved the Nile. The Nile used to go by the pyramids. It was probably a fruited plain. It wasn't always a desert. Okay, God curses lands, and that's what makes them a desert. And man thought he would be smarter than God and moved the Nile. It's a historical proven fact. The Nile used to go right by the pyramids. Now it's miles and miles away. I bet you there were tons of fruit trees and all kinds of stuff they could rest under and this and that. I mean, it even says when God used Moses to free the Israelites from a Pharaoh that they got to bring their slaves with them. So the Israelites had slaves. So I wouldn't think of it like they're beating them bloody every day. You die of gangrene in a week. Columbus believed the earth was smaller than it truly was, not it was flat. Pythagoras observed this when he saw the moon during lunar eclipses. Yeah, don't you think it's funny during a lunar eclipse that the moon and the sun are like two machine-cut quarters that are exactly the same size? Because they're probably exactly the same size. And not nearly as far away as they say. Inverse square law actually proves that. You should look into that. That doesn't mean anything. Even on a flat earth, you could have the bottom half of the stars rotating one way and the top half rotating another way. You just don't know. But if a guy in Australia can see the moon at the same time that a guy in Canada can, one's day, one's night, and they could both see the same moon, how would that be possible on a ball? I'll tell you, it wouldn't. Also, you're assuming that water's going to stick to the outside of the ball, 70% water, right? And we're going 1,038 miles an hour because the alleged circumference is 25,000 miles and there's 24 hours in a day. So on average, we're doing 1,038 miles an hour. You haven't really thought this through. I believe the earth was a spinning water ball until I was 40. And my brother-in-law brought it to me. I thought this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I could prove flat earth wrong in 3 YouTube videos. And all 3 of the YouTube videos I picked, easily debunked. All of us got into flat earth the same way, where we thought we could disprove it. And then you start looking into it and you actually have to open your third eye, your pineal gland. You're gonna Stand by your guns and protect your precious ego and live a lie the rest of your life, or you have to admit what the truth is. You have to be unbiased. And I can't show it to you. It's just like the Matrix. You can't tell someone what the Matrix is. You have to show them. I can't show it to you. You have to see it for yourself. Scientists get paid. They say, believe us. We're right. We say, don't believe us. Go research it for yourself. And I say, just like Owen Benjamin, I may be wrong, but I'm not lying. Whereas science says, I may be lying, but I'm not wrong. Like the whole dark matter, 97% of, the universe is dark matter. Well, can you prove that? No. Well, how do you know it's true? Well, it has to be true or we'd be wrong. These are guys that think that we came from monkeys and we still have monkeys. Funny how many missing links have not been discovered in the last 160 years since Darwin's time, even though he said they would be. The same size, the moon and the sun. Yeah, they are. Feeling like a science channel, LOL. It's very entertaining, though. I'm glad you like it, Tony11. Yes. Is the moon flat? I believe it could be. It's a luminary. I think it's living. And I think it possibly is probably a little flat. That's why it wanes in and out. I think space is probably water, based on what the Bible says. Water's above. God opened the heavens like a door and allowed the waters to flow. Where did all that water come from? I think space is water. We can't go to space. You can't leave. There's one way here, it's birth. There's one way off, there's death. And the only thing immortal is your soul. That's why they try to trick you. The Bifrost Bridge, mothers are the Bifrost Bridge between bringing souls from the divine into the physical world. Okay? And that's why they push things like vaccines and abortions. They'll try to cut you off at birth just to laugh at God. That's why they hate children too, because children are more honest and closer to God, literally. I think it's a hologram. I have a feeling the moon is flat. Yeah. Just think if astronauts are brainwashing us into thinking the planets are round. If you actually look at them, they possibly could be round, but they look like living plasma beings. Like Mars pulsates, like has bubbles around it and pulsates. I've spent 20 hours looking at it. I've watched every full moon for the last 5 years. How would you explain flight paths? Glad you asked that. There are pilots that have come out that the Earth is flat and have been fired. There's even a book called 16 Emergency Landings that prove flat Earth. So if you're flying from like Russia and Japan and you had an emergency, you would think on the way over by the Pacific Ocean, you'd land in like Alaska or Canada, right? But they landed in Hawaii. That's weird. There's all kinds of different variables. How come we never have a flight that goes directly from like Peru to Madagascar, Africa? If we just cross over the Antarctica, right? Oh no, we can't because of the noise, and we have to have more than an hour. We can't be more than an hour away from an emergency landing. And the penguins, you'll scare the penguins. What? Yeah, it's literally that stupid. It's see-through during the day sometimes. Yes, the moon is see-through during the day sometimes. How would you explain flight paths? Living like a light bulb lives. Yeah, exactly. But there's inverse square law too. That disproves the moon landing. Inverse square law states that for every half distance you get closer to a light source, it gets 4 times brighter. So if you get halfway to the moon, it becomes 4 times brighter. You get halfway between where you're at and there, it's 4 times more brighter. A moth never lands on the light bulb. You can't land on the moon. Even scientists that are being interviewed, videos are coming out now from 1968 where they're like, well, they're thinking about sending men to the moon. They'll be like, that's preposterous. But those scientists were literally, like they say, 4 out of 5 dentists approve. I want to talk to the one dentist that didn't approve. Why didn't he approve? Did you not give him a pamphlet? And the way they used to do that with dentists or with doctors, they would send you a pamphlet. And if you didn't answer, they would just assume you approved. Tony11, message retracted. Okay. Over the years, I've seen the moon here and there during the day, but nowadays quite often. Dude, I've seen clouds behind the moon. Clouds moving behind the moon. How can you explain that? Clouds. Like, that means the moon is like near horizon level. It's in our atmosphere and clouds go behind it. Yeah. They sure do get their funding though, eh? Gigi Lynn, very right. Or a journalist snoops around. Yeah, okay, but here's the thing is that even if, okay, let's say you're a billionaire and you secretly put together a huge cruise ship with tons of guns and tanks and fuel and food and stuff, and you try to go to Antarctica, they will detect it, they will pick it up on it, and they will stop you with military and cannons. And if you refuse, they'll blow you out of the water right there, and the news and the rest of the world will never ever hear about you drowning in icy cold water near Antarctica. There's a 3-mile base there that is a military base that you cannot go exploring outside of. And oh, it's a desolate wasteland of ice. That's what you were told. You don't know that. You don't know that. You could possibly walk in 50 miles and then all of a sudden there's more lands. I don't know. But I do find it odd that there's 14 different cruise ship companies that will take you on a cruise to Antarctica, and they're all owned by the same person. Isn't that weird? Sort of weird, isn't it? Also weird that the Antarctic Space Treaty came out, or the Antarctic Peace Treaty came out the same time, exactly the same year that NASA did. It's a little odd. I'm sure it's just coincidence, right? Look at the interview of the astronauts they brought back that went to the moon. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and the third guy. Like I always forget his name. Michael Connors or something. Look at that interview. They're not excited at all. They're like, yeah, it was something. Like not. Did you see any stars? Like a lot of stars? Can you see the stars better when you're there? No, I don't remember seeing any stars. Really? You're at the moon and you didn't see anything? Oh, so it was shot in a desert, is what I'm hearing. Collins, that's what it was. Michael Collins. Midas mindset. Midas mindset, you can go into a timeout for about 10 minutes and realize where you're at. You're not in my chat. I mean, I'm not in your chat. You're in mine. See this? I built this place. I think we would know if it was true. Not necessarily. Crazy theory, but what if behind the Antarctic walls there is another set of continents like infinity spreading like countries? Yeah. Yeah, that's what if. I mean, they speak different languages and have totally different tech. What if? But then it's also one of those things where it's like the best way to keep you dumbed down is to tell you, oh, everything's already been discovered. This is where you live, and promise to trust us because we know better than you. We've been here longer. So teachers and scientists will tell you that all your life. There's no need to go exploring. Everything's been discovered. Wouldn't that be easier than telling people, okay, you can't go past this point because we don't want you to? Because then you'd have the Streisand effect and all kinds of people would be trying to get to Antarctica. For real. Captain Cook did around the ice wall around the flat Earth, and it was 65,000 miles in like 3 years. Yeah, there's actually a map that was found in 1949 in Hawaii that shows other lands. Like there's our lands, then there's an ice wall, then there's more lands, then a second ice wall, then there's more lands, then a third ice wall. Can't make this stuff up. Yeah, T-Rex looks like a chicken. Looks like a chicken with no feathers. It's exactly the same, with little tiny arms instead of wings. It's exactly what it looks like. And they did that on purpose. They're laughing at us for sure. Why is everything in the toy store space and dinosaurs? You ever thought about that? And carbon dating isn't actually accurate beyond 10,000 years because carbon breaks down. So if you had two dinosaurs that fell off a cliff on separate sides and they were twins and they were born on the same day, they died on the same day, but one had a fast metabolism and one had a slow metabolism. This one's fat and this one's thin. When they get found by scientists, they'll be like, oh, the skinny one's 37 million years old. And the oldest fat one, oh, look at that. It's 57 million years old. No, it had more carbon. It took longer to break down. It's going to look different. And I don't believe that anything here is more than 10 to 12,000 years old. I just don't. Sup, hacking darts and breaking hearts? Ha! Yeah. I think they're hiding Moo in the Pacific Ocean somewhere. I think that's rude. Who's Moo? What's my question? I don't know. Moo? How's Ice doing these days? I don't know. Oh yeah, the continent of Moo, yeah. Are you nervous the FBI is listening? No, not at all. I have nothing to hide. I'm a tax-paying, hard-working, functioning member of society who loves his guns, has basically no criminal record, and has not even gotten so much as a ticket in the last 6 years. So, what are they gonna do? FBI raids my van, rushes up on me right now. This is what I do. Why? Because you'll have your day in court. What are you gonna do? You're gonna search me out, find like cash from customers in here, and I mean, a clipboard with a bunch of invoices on it, and what? Plumbing tools? What are you gonna find in here? I don't have guns in here. I don't have drugs or alcohol or anything stupid in here. I'm not stupid. This is not my van. This van belongs to the company I work for. It is not my property. So I respect it, obviously. Are you in the USA? Yeah, I'm in Greenville, South Carolina. Technically, I'm in Spartanburg, South Carolina right now. Yeah. You mean Hawaii? No, not necessarily. Law-abiding citizen. Yeah, exactly. And Samoa. And other Pacific nations? I don't know. We delved off into some talks, didn't we? I have 10 people here and 21 thumbs up. That's great. Anyways, time is a thief, basically. That guy accidentally closed his thumb in the door and was literally cussing at himself while he was walking. But I couldn't show it because he was walking right by me. I'm in Canada. Good for you, Beverly Hides. Don't you know? What's this all about? Yeah, you know we're in Spartanburg because the cops are here. It's night. 9 people here, 21 thumbs up. Anyways, I was thinking about there's 2 open mics that are happening tonight. And I thought, I could hurry at work and maybe have time. I'm not going to have time to do them, which is fine. But I'm in Spain, Tony 11, cool. We got people all over. Where are the rest of you guys from? Say where you're from, go. Guys see the store you're parked by? Yeah, it's a QT. Just a QT gas station. That's all it is. And gas pumps behind me. Anywho, UK. Okay, so we've got Canada, Spain, UK, the US, West Virginia. They're trying to get to you. Oh, the FBI? Good luck. Be like, Sarge, it's a mystery. We found this guy who's a sober, hardworking, honest American who loves his kids and doesn't do drugs and doesn't drink alcohol and he doesn't wow out or doesn't do anything stupid or dangerous. He's in his mid-40s and he just works 70 hours a week and he lives in a tiny trailer that he always pays rent on time for, and he's got a couple firearms, but he's got no criminal record, and I don't know what to think of him. What are they going to build a case on? What? You're gonna build a case on the fact that I secretly have a collection in my truck of QT napkins. It looks like it's a stack of $20,000. Be like, hey, here you go. Buy yourself something nice. What are you gonna buzz me for? Oh, sir, you have too many QT napkins. That's a misdemeanor in Minnesota. Interstate roads, take me home, where I'm gonna shampoo my dome. Then I'll wash my body, scrub my beard clean. Take me home, take me home. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Thanks. Chad is funny AF. I'm glad you like him. Is that Deck? Is your name December or Deck? I'm so confused. John giving thumbs up to Beverly. Glad to have you guys here. Love making new friends. I hope you guys all sub. You better. Because I'm funny. Even, I mean, I don't just look funny, I smell funny too, but most of that washes off in the shower. Oh my goodness, we've been live an hour. Can you believe that? Oh, what if we stop the timer and it's 1 hour and 1 minute and 1 second? Wouldn't it be wild? A little bit? Binary joke? Dick. Right. Well, I will tell you guys this. It has been a real ride. It's been an adventure. I'm glad you're here. Just shooting the breeze, talking about life and whatnot. I hope you guys sub. And 11 people here and 23 thumbs up. That's awesome. West Virginia, take me home, country roads, to the place I belong. Yeah, the song. I got it. I already did that joke. Move on, Beverly. I know Canada's got country roads, don't you know? Anyways, I have a long way to drive home still, and I'm disgusting. So I'm going to go shower. I hope you're all doing well. And remember, do you feel loved? Later, y'all.